Are you hungry but only have 30 minutes to meal prep? Then download my new e-cookbook, What to Meal Prep, at successfitnessstore.com. You will get 3 step-by-step written and visual recipes for one high-protein meal that's under 600 calories. I'll help you cook fresh salmon, steam fresh broccoli, and quinoa in under 30 minutes to help you stay on track of your fitness goals. So go to successfitnessstore.com to download your copy today. Welcome to the Success Fitness Podcast. I am your host, Christian Evans. This podcast is about helping improve your relationship with diet and exercise by achieving success through your fitness journey. In today's podcast episode, we have Miss Dionne Williams. Dionne is from the Chicagoland area in Chicago, Illinois. For those who want to be specific and don't know where Chicago is, that is a public relations and events manager who has lost 105 pounds. We're going to get into her story and exactly how she lost the weight right now. So everybody, please welcome Miss Dionne Williams. How you doing today?
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How's the weather up there?
It's good today. It's hot, very
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Chicago in the summertime.
Yeah. I have to make a trip up there. Matter of fact, we had planned to go up there a few weeks ago, but things just didn't work out that way. But I am due for a Chicago trip. Yeah, I'm due for one.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about yourself, far as in like your fitness journey. Like, when did you know that today was going to be the day that I had to drop some weight?
Yeah, so maybe a year ago, I decided to. I always knew that I wanted to lose weight. Like most people do on and off diets. And when in my 20s, I never had a weight problem until I got into like my early 30s when I started having kids. And just having kids and just never losing the weight after that. And so, and just getting lost in life, with the kids and kind of like a stay-at-home mom, but also was a professional in PR and events. And so I started my business when they were small. And I just from there, just not thinking of myself, just, the rat race of the kids, 3 kids and husband and a business that I'm trying to start. So I was at the last person to be taken care of.
I got you.
Yeah. So now the kids are, so the kids are older now. They're young adults, no husband now, which is very nice. And so I was like, well, it's time for me to get back on this fitness journey. So there's a program called Chicagoland Fat Loss Camp in the Chicago area where a lot of people are a part of. And I kept seeing friends of mine, being a part of this program. So I decided to do a 6-week challenge, and which consists of a meal plan, a very restricted caloric meal plan, and then like boot camp like exercise. So, most people lose like 20, 30 pounds in the 6 weeks. So I started to, do that. I was like, it was the beginning of the mid-year, and just started that. And then it kind of kept me accountable. I was like, okay, let me try to do another challenge, another 6 weeks. And I lost maybe about 30 pounds. So from there, I just started to continue to go as a regular member and just do exercises, which is HIIT, the high interval intense training exercises, and then really got into nutrition. So I'm really focus on nutrition, not just in losing weight, but just how to use food as medicine,
Right.
and just for preventing, disease and things like that. Very interested. I'm very interested in that. So I do a lot of studying on the foods to eat.
Okay. And you mentioned you began this weight loss journey this year in 2022?
No, 2021, June of 2020.
Okay. And you did it, like 6 weeks at a time from the standpoint of how the boot camp and everything was structured. You just kept going on and on as you saw, better results.
I did 2 6-week challenges.
Okay.
And from there, just continue with the exercising every day, and just cut back on my eating, like calories. So just in a calorie deficit. Then after a while, I started to really read about nutrition, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I really need to think about how to use food as medicine, and start eating clean, so whole foods. So I do no sugar, no to low sugar, no processed food, no bread, and no beef, no pork. So, and then I'm just figuring out how to make healthy meals that are still tasty. So I know you cook, and I always look for people who have videos and who could give me some ideas on some healthy food options.
I got you. I got you. What was the toughest obstacle to overcome, like during this whole transformation phase? Was it getting used to working out, or was it finding time, or was it like nutrition, which you just finished talking about?
Yeah, I think it was just the trying to get past the food part of it, because I started to recognize when my trigger points were, like when I really wanted to eat, and that would be like in the late afternoon, what about right now, late afternoons, and then the weekends, because on the weekends on Friday or the weekends you feel you have to eat. It's the weekend, and so those were the areas that were just the food, and so I had to be really aware around
Hmm.
late afternoon, and on the weekends I have to say, okay, this is the time I start. So I try to be very conscious of this, and when I start, like I need some snack, I need want some food, just forget it, because I'll just blow the day, be like, oh,
Right,
I'll
right.
just wait till
Especially
tomorrow.
right. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, today's Friday. Like calories
I
don't count
know.
on
I
Fridays. Calories don't count on the weekend at all. It's just
know.
everything's like Monday through Thursday, and then like it's just you just black out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the weekend, right? Right. So
Exactly.
what snacks or healthy alternatives did you find in your quest to find alternative snacks?
Yeah. So I usually do like little I do follow blogs or IG accounts that do
Okay.
food. So I like things like a Greek salad. Like if I cut up cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, a little feta cheese with a little olive oil, those type of snacks are
Oh,
good
that
for
sounds
me.
good. That sounds
Does
good
that
right
sound
now.
good?
Yeah, that sounds good right now. You know what? I just bought some tomatoes too. I'm like, and I bought some
Yeah.
cucumbers, and I always keep onions on deck. Like you mentioned, now you seen that I cook is I always have onions and I always have fresh garlic on deck. That is a staple. So I could
Yeah.
probably make that. I could probably make that.
I love those things. And then if I wanted like a taco type thing, I can do like real little shrimp and then put it in a lettuce wrap, make it, with the I love avocado. So learned
Okay.
how to do guacamole myself. So I take a avocado and with tomato, onion, a
Uh
little
huh.
salt. That's so good. So I could put
Okay.
that in the chicken, the grilled chicken that I put together, put it
Okay.
in the lettuce wrap with a little guacamole, the homemade,
Okay.
some tomatoes, and I mean, that sounds good to me. That's
Yeah. I had a phase I was going through and I was trying to figure out how to make um guac, but it was a place called Chipotle's guacamole. And I found a makeshift, recipe, and it had everything that you just mentioned. And they had, in addition, I believe it was cilantro. It was cilantro and
okay. Yeah,
jalapeno peppers,
I'm gonna have
and
to try that. Yeah.
no, serrano peppers. They look like jalapenos, but they're a little kind of like longer. And I remember I didn't have any gloves on, and that those seeds, because they were trying to de-seed the pepper, and my fingers were just hot. That's one thing I remember from that. My fingers were just hot, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, wear gloves next time. Wear
Yeah.
gloves next time. How was your workout? You mentioned the hit training, and I like hit training personally, but I want to hear your take on it. What did you think of it? Had you done any exercises kind of like years prior or whatever? Was this a new style that you had to get acclimated to, or how was it for you?
Yeah. So because I do events and PR, I have to move a lot. So I've never like sat or sedentary. I do have to travel. I have to meet people. We just do a lot. So I'm never like just was never kind of waiting around. So exercise I like the exercise. And as I'm coming down, because I'm still trying to lose weight, another like 50 pounds. I use it to sculpt my body, to kind of tighten it up, to make it, and I do like the HIIT training because it's just those little short intervals. Mountain climbers, hit the floors, exercise. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
jumping jacks,
Okay, jumping
planks,
jacks.
and all the things.
Okay.
When I
Okay.
started, I was doing a lot of modifications on the wall because I love this group because everybody is at their own level. You have people who are doing it,
Mm-hmm.
who are really good, and then people who at the beginning, I was on the wall, so I would do modify jumping jacks or whatever on the walls. I wasn't getting on the floor, but as time went on, now I'm just doing.
Now, did they encourage the modifications at the place that you're at? Did they help you
Yeah.
modify it?
Yes, they help you modify
Good, good. And that
maybe,
and that's important. And I wanted to
yeah.
hone in on that because there are people that are watching or listening that think that when it comes to exercise, it's like, well, I can't get on the floor. I don't want to get on the floor or whatever. And it's like, no, it's okay to modify until you can get on
Yeah.
the floor or whatever. And your place that you're at, it was encouraged and they helped you out too, because that is a fear. Being a personal trainer, I have to make constant adjustments for people, and I don't have a problem with it. And it actually helps, as far as me, learn people a little bit better, to say, you know what, they may feel this exercise slightly more on this side, when they do, XYZ or whatever, because all exercises have some form of variation to it, to where you can modify it to make it to a point to where most, if not everybody, can do it.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of, how long are the workouts? How long are how long is the sessions
Yeah.
there?
So I still go every day because I think consistency is
Oh,
so key.
wow, every day.
Yeah,
Good,
so
good, good.
every day I work out every day. So I do maybe 4 days with the class and the trainers. And
Okay.
then one day I'll do the regular gym. So I'll do the regular gym with on the treadmill and the elliptical, maybe a little bit of stairmaster. I'm trying to get on that. And then
Okay.
on weekends, I do something outdoor. I love tennis and riding bikes. So like on the weekend, I'll ride 12 to 15 miles on the lakefront in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And I'm trying to get into running. I just try to get into running so I could run maybe, I call it a trot. My
Okay.
friends laugh at me because it's my trot. People who walk fast walk past me like, how you doing?
But you're out there. You are out there. You're getting
But
your
that is
workout
such a
in.
good form of exercise. That really helps me. That really helps burn up calories. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
get the heart
try
rate
to
up.
do a try. I wish I was more into running, but I try to work out every day. So this week is like a break week for the camp where the next 6-week challenge, even though I'm not in the challenge, but they exercise every day. So I haven't been going in the morning. I just go to my regular gym, and that really takes me off my schedule. Now I'm kind of like addicted to, and you probably are too, getting exercise. So I'll feel bad if I don't. Like I just,
100%.
yeah,
100%. There are days where if I don't get some type of workout in before at least my second client, at least, then it throws me off. It throws my day off, throws my mood off, and I don't like to give off kind of funky energy, So, but it is important. Like you have to do it to wake your body up, wake up your central nervous system, get your muscles all stretched out, and just prepared just for just functional activities throughout the day. Just walking, or like you said, you're an events manager and planner, and you have to, zip back and forth, and probably on the phone, 1 minute, then sitting down emailing. So you have to be on high alert,
yeah,
and working out definitely helps you be just a little bit more aware. Let
yeah.
me know what your first, say, 25 pounds, how did that feel to get off?
It was good. I mean, like most people, we've lost 25 pounds before. I started first with my mother. Her church was doing this Daniel fast. It's all plant-based. And so I was like, the beginning of the year of 2021, I had even more COVID weight. And so I just did this fast with them because I'm interested in nutrition. Plant-based is very interesting to me. And I think it's good, but because I'm not a cook and I don't have time to really think, just making those recipes are a little bit hard for me. So I did that for the first month, I think, and I lost maybe 15 pounds. And then that's when I started the challenge and I think the next 24 pounds. So I've done it before. So I was just hoping that, okay, I didn't really start getting into it until maybe around 50 pounds, like 30 pounds. I was like, oh, okay, I'm still on this. And so around 50 is when I started saying, okay, I can do this.
Right. Because you're like,
And then
I'm
when I
at the
started getting
halfway mark.
right,
Yeah, it's like
I
when you
didn't think
hit
about
60, it's like, oh snap, I'm more closer to 100
no, I never thought
now.
about 100. I
Yeah,
never
okay,
until I got to 80. I'm like, wait a minute, I think I could,
really, okay.
yeah, I think I could be at the 100 pounds. Like that's a lot. So
And
yes,
that, so what was it like when you finally seen that you lost the 105 pounds?
yeah.
What was
So
that emotion like?
I mean, I was very excited. The
Hmm.
gym that I was, they did a big rally and they were really
Oh, that's
motivating
nice.
me.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I felt to me, I mean, I told my friends it felt a little bit, I mean, ghetto. I mean, I called it ghetto, but it's like,
Go ahead, speak freely.
like
Speak freely.
they're like, everybody's like, oh my God, you lost 100 weight. But to me, I'm like, I should not have had to lose 100. Like to me, I felt like I should not have had to lose 100 weight. That's 100 pounds. That's a lot of weight that I had on me. So when I'm triggered a little bit when I'm going through my phone and looking through old photos. I'm like, man, nobody didn't tell me. I mean, so I just,
I
I'm glad
totally
that
understand. No, I totally understand. And what you just said right there, you're like, nobody who told you. But the irony is that when you do lose 100 pounds, or while you're on your journey to lose 100 pounds, for those who may not have seen you or may not know like your journey, like what you're doing, it's this weird look they give you, like, are you okay? Are you sick or something? And it's like, but when I was heavier, nothing was ever questioned.
mm-hmm,
So like I can understand that trigger right there. You're going through your pictures like, man, and no, you should not have had to lose 100 pounds, but you did, for a reason, one way or another. Like you did it, found a new love. You're saying like, okay, you know what, I want to start running, or I want to challenge myself to start running. Maybe it's something that you had never thought about
yeah,
prior, to just being active, and you starting to see all the benefits, different, non-scale victories of, being able to, wake up earlier, or wake up with just a little bit more energy, or just wanting to invest the time and energy to researching nutrition. Like you said, like what are the benefits of this, or what are the causes and effects of this disease? How can I prevent that? Because once you live life, and as you're going through life, you're like, okay, I need to be better. I need to feel better. I need to think better. I need to be a little bit more fluid, since I'm being active, going from, this event to that event, and planning that event. Um,
yeah.
when you mentioned as far as gym, you're a member at two gyms, you say, or
Yeah,
is it just one
I
gym that offers two different
remember.
services?
Yeah, at the Chicagoland Fat Loss, where I do like a monthly where I can go every day or the weekends. And then, of course, just a regular gym in the area where I could do my elliptical or treadmill or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you mentioned how big, as far as the classes, like how big are the classes? How many people? Is it like a more of a group training, or is it is it
yeah, it's
is
a
it
group
one on
training.
one?
So yeah, like I get up for the 6 a.m. class. It's a 5:30 a.m. class, a 6 o'clock a.m. So I do a 6 o'clock a.m. and we do 6:50. We're done. We're out of there really.
Okay.
So
Okay.
by the time I get back home and take out the dog, and then I have my breakfast, and I have maybe like two boiled eggs, a
Okay.
little sauteed spinach on the side, and
Okay.
then I may do a little snack of like maybe a banana or some fruit, and then a lunch of, I don't know, maybe it's grilled chicken with a salad, or I don't know
Oh,
what, fish. But
I
I
got
try to
you.
I do intermittent fasting as well. I think fasting is, as you know, is good for the body. Not only does it help you lose weight, but it's also good at, like, it's called autophagy, where your body, it's good for your body. It makes sure your body is able to restore itself. And so I'm very interested in the benefits of fasting. So I,
Hmm.
I usually eat starting at 7 a.m. and then finish about 4 p.m. I'm trying to get to where I'm just doing 2 meals a day.
Okay.
So about 2 meals a day. Like I'm gonna be, doing my last meal today after this, where I do like I'm doing a grilled chicken and I think a little side salad. And then after that, I'm done for the day. I'll drink some water or something like that. But I try to do um, I think fasting is great for the body. So I'm doing the intermittent fasting and then the 2 meals, like 2 meals a day with maybe a snack in the midday.
Okay. And you have worked your way up to that point to where 2 meals a day sustains you. And you are very knowledgeable about your caloric intake, as you said earlier about caloric deficits, being in caloric deficit and burning more calories far than you're actually intake. And that's important to know because a lot of people want to lose weight, but they may just see, somebody working out and lifting weights, and that is good and that's fine and dandy. And that's just one part of it. But what's the most important part is exactly what you said in researching nutrition. Now, when you far as like eat and you're preparing your meals, what are some of your more favorite like staple meals? You say you don't cook that much because you have to follow some IG accounts for some inspiration. I do
Yeah.
too. It's all because I run out of ideas. What are some of the your go-to
I
dishes
know
when
my
it's time to
go-tos
meal
because
prep?
yeah, I know. But go-tos, I tell people too that when they're doing the diet and not diet, but just I'm going to change my eating style altogether. So I think people, I know I did trip where you like, okay, I'm just trying to get to this weight or this time, and then after you get there, then you're going back to eating. I don't want to go back to eating that. I want to go back to eating food that is nutritious for me. And so when you're at the grocery stores or anywhere, it's just processed food everywhere. So I try to the sugar. So I tell people like when you look, they're like, well, I eat in moderation. I'll have the spaghetti that I cook at home in moderation. But if you look at the can, the amount of sugar, the amount of processed, items in those things are very high. So I just want to kind of eliminate that altogether. So I really look at the labels and what doesn't have that sugar in it. I used to
Right.
eat like the little instant oatmeal real quick with the
Yeah.
hot. It was my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So much sugar.
Yeah.
Of course, like the cereals is like dessert. It's just so much cereal, granola bars, like all
Right.
the. I have this granola that I have from Jewel's Foods grocery store.
Uh-huh.
It's my favorite, and it has like 25 grams of sugar. That's too much sugar.
Right.
So, yogurt. So I try to, I really look at the label. I just tell people to really look at the label because sometimes people, when they're working out a lot and they maybe not, it's maybe hard to come down, but I think it's because they're still eating that processed sugary food. So
Right.
yeah, so
Because
my
some
go-to
things
is
are
that
just marketed like that too. Some
yeah,
things are
we have a
marketed
whole
as healthful, and being that you read labels and things like that. Like let's say like say chicken wrap, right? Just throwing something out there. Like the wrap is a lot of times has more calories than actual bread.
yeah.
And once I saw that, I'm like, wow. But it's marketed as this healthier option, healthier alternative, and it's like you just better off just eating the sandwich, whereas in that case. So you have to do the research, you have to do the
I have a question
education,
for
like you
you.
said.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
So I just now I'm lost the 105 pounds, whatever. And so I've been stuck at my plateau and I can't get down. So I started, I was working out, I'm still not eating them, but I'm just stuck. Like it stays at, or sometimes if I splurge, it'll be like some popcorn, a couple of nuts or something like that. But it's just stuck. So I started this like fast, even though I don't like these type of different diets, fad diets, like 3-day diet, soup diet, or whatever. I was trying to shock my body. What do you suggest for people who are at a plateau um, and
My
trying to get
suggestion is to just evaluate your caloric intake based off of your current weight, because sometimes we can just base what we are doing from what we have been doing, right? And it's rarely do people like adjust their caloric intake as far as like, okay, you may still be, intaking calories or on your calorie plan from, 100 pounds ago, right? And you just kind of just got used to kind of like maybe like mentally like cutting back on this or cutting back on that. But now you have to like just reevaluate. It's like, okay, let me weigh myself again. Let me base my caloric intake based off of what I weigh right now and where I want to go. And on top of that, adjusting your workouts too. And I think you're already doing that, and you just have to probably just give it just more time. And just switching up your workouts, switching up the intensity. Maybe you need to lift heavier. Maybe it's, let me not do HIIT training right now for the next like 6 weeks. Maybe
Yeah.
now I need to just be a little bit more far structured and actually like a muscle building program, because when you actually lift heavy, you actually burn more calories throughout the day as you're just sitting down, having this interview.
Yeah.
So just switch things up, and then just see. Because when you lift heavy, you're probably going to be more hungrier, because the body's going to need to replace that, and maybe increase your protein intake. Look at your protein intake, your macros, and I believe you can have success in your fitness journey and get to your goal from there.
Oh, good. Thank you for that.
No problem, no problem, no problem. What major lesson did you learn after you reached your 105-pound weight loss goal? But it's a continuous goal, because you mentioned that you still want to lose more weight.
Yeah, I just learned that I can do this, and I can kind of hold out on food longer. So that was something I thought I could do before. I really like, okay, I can hold out on and be used to having no food. It's not, it is bad, but it's not that bad as I thought. And then just the inspiration that people get from, I was on Black Women Who Lose Weight Success Stories. And so just the inspiration, people who just love, and you probably know this too, just need information or inspiration
Yes.
about how they could do it. And I just
Mm-hmm.
think they can really do it, focus. So it's not going to take a long time. Like you have to say like, okay, if I start, because usually you want a quick fix. Like if I could just get a month, but you have to know like it's going to take a year. So let's just, take the anticipation of trying to get it quick done, but just know it's going to take a while so you won't get frustrated. And so that's what I kind of was, learn from, is just kind of be helping people, inspiration or words of encouragement, along with, that you can do it and not eat. You just have to push back that plate.
Good deal. Good deal. Tell everyone where they can reach you at. They want to connect with you, websites, IG, Facebook, wherever. Go for it.
Oh, yeah, Dionne Williams, DIONNE Williams _ on IG and Facebook. And I do PR and events at D Williams PR Group. And I do own a fashion brand called Emerge Fashion Show that happens during New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week is happening soon in September. And that's where they can reach me.
All righty, you heard it here first, Ms. Dionne Williams. And I hope you found inspiration in today's episode. This brings us to the end of another episode of the Success Fitness Podcast. This show was sponsored by my new e-cookbook, What to Meal Prep for Beginners, at successfitnessstore.com. It includes 3 recipes for 1 high-protein meal under 600 calories, step-by-step written and visual instructions, and also a free workout ebook. Again, you can get that at successfitnessstore.com. Please join my Facebook group, Success Fitness Family. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for listening to the Success Fitness Podcast, and thank you, Miss Dionne Williams, for appearing on the Success Fitness Podcast. Until the next episode, Success Fitness is the mindset, and remember, success is golden. #more weight. Peace out.